Ahab was the seventh monarch of Israel, and its history is recorded in the Book of Kings in the Old Testament. Ahab was the son of Omri, also king of Israel, and he succeeded his father on the throne of the northern kingdom, becoming the seventh among the kings of Israel. In the narrative about his life, Ahab is described as a strong and influential king. King Ahab reigned for 21 or 22 years, between 874 and 853 BC. King Ahab worked to fortify Israeli cities and invested in the improvement of Samaria, the capital of the northern kingdom. The palace of the king Ahab translated the grandeur of his reign, being described as adorned with ivory. During the reign of Ahab, there were frequent international conflicts. Ahab got involved in several battles. In the last of them, coupled with the southern kingdom, Ahab made war against Syria. It was in this war that he ended up being killed. At the time, Ahab had been warned by Micaiah about the disastrous result of this battle. Even so, Ahab decided to enter the war undercover, but an arrow released by chance wounded him mortally. In the death of King Ahab, in a certain respect, the prophecy said by the prophet Elijah that the crims would lick his blood. Ahab was buried in Samaria, and his son Ahaziah reigned in his place about Israel. A marriage for political purpose, King Ahab married Jezebel. At the time, an alliance was made with Jezebel, father of Jezebel and king of the Sidonics. Such alliance brought commercial advantages to Israel. The big problem was that, along with the commercial advantages, came the paid practices of the princess of the Sidonics. Jezebel brought into Israel the idolatry that opposed worship of the Lord. Jezebel, he eventually managed to involve her husband in the cult of Baal Meochari, and will be common in Israel, even with a temple dedicated to Baal in Samaria, which added numerous priests. Subsequently, Jezebel promoted a great persecution to the prophets of the Lord, killing them mercilessly and destroying the altars to Jehovah. During this time, the prophet Elijah had to flee, and Obadiah, who was an Ahab minister, eventually managed to hide 100 prophets. The pagan influence was so great in Israel that such a practice ended up threatening even Judah, the southern kingdom. When King Ahab's daughter, Athaliah, married Joram, son of King Jehoshaphat. But the king Ahab found in the ministry of the prophet Elijah his great opponent. Elijah actively denounced his reprehensible practices. The case of Naboth's vineyard perfectly exemplifies king's failure to defend the law and justice in Israel. At the time when Naboth was taken in an unscrupulous way, the prophet Elijah prophesied over the decline and the complete extermination of Ahab's house. The idolatry installed during the reign of Ahab somehow influenced later generations, so that even the prophet Hosea and the prophet Micah denounced such practice.